Okay, so we have it recorded. All right. Perfect. So again, there's nothing buying Beyonce tickets, but it's making sure, right, that we got your fares in place because these tickets is not $100-$200. I think they may be starting maybe at three on the low end, but you're talking about four, five, six, eight, $900. All right. So let's just get right ahead to it, right? Five things to do or to pay before you buy the Beyonce tickets. All right. So the first one I want to talk about tonight is your taxes, right? So we know that we're in tax season and that's open up and our deadline is until April the 15th. So have you filed your taxes yet? Have you got all your documents to send it to your tax preparer? Uh, all these questions right here need to be answered, right? Are you getting a refund? At this particular point, do you feel like you're not going to get a refund from past historical tax returns, or maybe because you've made too much money? Do you have different tax strategies in place? And when you do get a refund, have you decided what you're going to actually do with the actual money? All right. That's going to be key here. When you get the money, if you do get a refund, are you going to be paying off high interest debt? And so forth. So that's going to be very, very important in what we do right here, right? Do you have any personal loans? Are you behind on your bills? If you behind on your bills, in no way, shape, or form, you should be buying Beyonce tickets. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I know it sounds weird, but trust me, I speak to people on an everyday basis, and we doing working on budgets, and they behind on bills, but they caught up and was buying the next thing, as a result of, say, for instance, like some Beyonce type tickets. So we want to make sure all our financial affairs, especially when it comes to our taxes and things of that nature, before we go and buy Beyonce tickets. All right. Man, the next one here is his credit card, right? High interest debt is killing most people. So I guarantee you, when she made this Renaissance tour, probably about 60% of the people, and I'm just going to say it, if not more, 60% of the people is in credit card debt, but yet and still they buying Beyonce tickets. And it's the reality. I want to say it's nothing wrong with it, but it's a reality. People have got so used and common to actually being in debt. And here's the crazy part about this. They already got credit card debt, but using the credit card to buy the Beyonce tickets, using the credit card to increase in the credit card debt even more. Man, that ain't it. That is not it. So we should be paying off credit cards before we buy these Beyonce tickets. I had it up a little bit earlier tonight on debt, and I want to show you guys, just kind of an example of what credit card debt looks like on a monthly interest and what you're paying. But I won't go into detail on that. But if you have credit card debt and you've not got with me on the undebt.it website, and putting all your information with your credit card balances, with the interest rates that you're paying. Literally, man, that site goes and show you how much money that you're making or that you're paying on a monthly basis on just paying interest alone. Now, many of you guys on this call now, see you. We have got together and we put in some plans in place to where we went and put it the 0% interest-free transfer cards to where you're saving a lot of money on interest. Kind of talked about it a little bit last week, but I'm seeing many of you guys have already done it. If you haven't done that, you got credit card debt, get with me. Let's get on that plan. We only be buying Beyonce tickets if we need debt and high and credit cards. Hey, look, the next thing, guys, what you should be doing is funding your Roth IRAs, right? Before you buy your Beyonce tickets. All right. And so with a Roth IRA, we know that, hey, look, that's an investment account outside of our workplace plan that we can invest in. And with this Roth IRA account, this is money that's actually growing tax free. All right. So it's an investment account, but now we got to put investments inside of it. So the IRS government says that by April 18th, 2023, guys, you still can contribute towards your 2022 Roth IRA. In 2022, your contribution limit is $6,000 because inflation went up in 2023. IRS federal government said that they're increasing it where you can make a $6,500 contribution. So you could pay up to, or you can invest up to $6,500 in your Roth IRA up until next year, tax season time, April 15, 2024. Now, why is a Roth IRA so important? A Roth IRA is important because as we invest our money inside this vehicle, it's growing tax-free. Whatever you put inside of it, you can automatically take it out anytime you want without any taxes or penalties. But here's the one good thing about a Roth IRA is when you turn 59 and a half. Matter of fact, let me just show this to you guys really quick because some of you guys, and I'm the same way as far as learning from a visual standpoint. So let me just pull this up really quick and let me just kind of show you guys how this Roth IRA works in itself here. So let me just pull this one Excel up because I do have some new folks on here. So I just kind of want to explain this here really quick. All right. So let me just say here, right? We got a Roth IRA account. Let me go back and share my screen. All right. So let's say, for instance, we got a Roth IRA account. All right. And let's say, for instance, we got a person right here in 2023. Let's say that this person right here is age 28. All right. They got a nice job. All right. And now they're going to start contributing towards a Roth IRA. And let's say, for instance, this year they're going to contribute. They'll start off doing $2,000. All right. And then the next year they maybe do like $3,000. All right. And then now when they get 30, when they make a little bit more money, right, now they're starting to max out the Roth IRA. All right. And then now they're going to do this all the way. And we're going to go down here and we're going to look at it till 59 and a half. All right. So here's why it's beneficial to have a Roth IRA account. All right. Let's go back here. So this 28-year-old right here, the first couple of years, they don't max it out. They put something in there to get started, which is a good thing. But every year after that, they max it out. I want to focus on this column right here, your contributions and your running balance. So in this column right here, this person right here might be 28 and they might get at 35 right here. And they might want to go and buy, say, a house, for instance, right? Well, you remember I told you whatever you contribute towards a Roth IRA, you can take that out anytime you want without any tax or penalties. So, but when you get 59 and a half, right here, we're going to round this up to say 60, but at 59 and a half, in this column right here, you would have contributed $130,000 if you'd have maxed out your Roth IRA. But ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you the sweet thing about this Roth IRA account, right? I'm going to make this green right here, right? Because when you look at these columns right here, this is your contribution. But this right here is the most important piece. This is your ending year balance. Remember I showed you here, you would have contributed $130,000 over the time. But this $130,000 would have grown into $1.4 million off your $130,000 if we invested on an annual rate of return of 10% per year. And that's what the S&P 500 has been doing. That VOOO fund that I be telling you guys about, that's averaging 10% for the last 90 plus years. All right. But here's the good thing about a Roth IRA. This $1.4 million. Guess how much you pay in taxes on this out to 59 and a half? Not one red cent, right? So you might always see me say, well, Sherwin, why are you always talking about a Roth IRA account? So I just tell you right about now, my parents, they're I don't know, tell you age, but they were 59 and a half, right? So if a Roth IRA was around when they was 28 and they would have done this here, right? And now they would have had a chance to have $1.4 million in investment account and not have to pay one red cent on it. That's why I talk about a Roth IRA account a lot. So if you don't have it, you should have it. There's income limits on it, but you can go through the back door as well. So let me get back to here, right? So we should be funding a Roth IRA account. And then if you get to the point where you feel like, okay, well, how does a Roth IRA, how can I actually break it down to pay these limits, right? So if you're under age 50, it's $6,500 for 2023. You will see right here for age 50 plus, you can do additional $1,000 for catch up. Now they got it broken down here where you can do it monthly, semi, bi-weekly, weekly. This right here chart just kind of make it easy. You could do whatever you want to do. You can do $1, you can do $2, $3. But if you want to do it on a monthly basis, right? If you're under 50, that's $541. If you want to do it on a semi-monthly, right? Where you do it every 2 weeks, that's $270. You want to do a bi-weekly contribution, that's $25. This is what I do right here. Every Friday, I put $125 into my Roth IRA account. All right. It's funny because I met a guy from my hometown before he came to Leswin Financial. He said, yeah, I got a Roth IRA, but it's with a bank. You never put a Roth IRA with a bank. You want to put it with a investment account like a investment broker's firm like Fidelity. That's all they do. Banks, they have lousy different options, right? But when he told me that he put $125 in his Roth IRA account every single week, I automatically knew what he was doing. I was like, wow, it surprised me because most people find that not financially literate enough to know to say, we'll really break it down like this. Because guess what, guys? You spend $125 a week on eating out. And don't tell me you don't, because you do. I know you do. Most of you do. All right. So you can max out a Roth IRA account. And you just saw where you can have over $1 million and not have to pay Uncle Sam any of that money in taxes. That's why Roth IRA is so important. All right. So let's get to it right here. So a certification. You might get a certification before you go and buy some Beyonce tickets. All right. Maybe an IT certification, maybe a real estate license, right? Or maybe open up a business, right? So guys, let me show you this here real quick. This guy right here, he's in the Leswin Financial community. I talked with him this morning. And man, him and his wife killing the game right about now, man. Kendrick Young, based out of Dallas, Texas here, right? Former civil service HR manager, right? Him and his wife has now opened up a franchise business of a mold restoration company. Got 7 employees working for them now, 3 trucks, bringing over $1 million in revenue. And he used to work for the federal government, but what he did was he took a chance. And oftentimes, many of us is too comfortable in our current circumstances where we don't even want to take a chance. What I mean by that, we get so tied to that 9-to-5 job to where we don't even want to take a chance to work the 9-to-5 and then work the 5-to-9, because when we get home after work, we tired. So guys, let me just share this here with you. You got 24 hours in a day. And the one thing that's most valuable in your life is time. When you own your time, that's the less time that you got to go work at a 9-to-5. If you 65 or 70 and working at a 9-to-5 because you can control your time early in life, that ain't it. So what he's been able to do is him and his wife, they took a chance, a calculated chance. They went to a bunch of training for this mold restoration business, but now they up and running and they took a chance and have done all the research and here they are. So guys, he ain't focused on Beyonce, going to no Beyonce, right? He focused on his pitching his business in different articles and promoting it. Because guess what this right here is? This advertisements. And right here in Dallas, Texas, when people open up a magazine and they see this brother here got a mold restoration business and he can connect and network with these people, guess what? It's bringing business to him and his family. He ain't concerned about Beyonce. He concerned about what Beyonce doing for her and her family. And that's providing for her and her family. I'm going to show you here in a minute. In 2009, Beyonce talked about this right here. She talked about how her grandkids are already set up. We ain't thinking about that. We thinking about the experience and going to chill and enjoy our time with Beyonce. But Beyonce out here in a mind frame like this right here. She took a chance. She started out with Destiny Childs, right? And then she ventured off to herself. All right. And then that's when she started her own legacy, her career legacy. So I'm going to ask you tonight, what's your legacy outside of your 9-to-5 that you establishing? Something that you can own inside of you that you can do. All right. I challenge you guys to do that, because to be honest with you, that's really the quickest way to financial freedom, because your 9-to-5, the money you're making on your 9-to-5, that's just really giving you the money, just enough money to pay your bills. But when you go out there and work that 5-to-9, that is what's going to separate you and be able to help you not only just pay your bills, but to be able to get the financial freedom. Literally, it's going to be able to give you cash flow. It's going to be able to give you equity. It's going to be able to give you assets that you can continue to build and compound and compound and compound. So take advantage of that if you can. All right. 5-to-9. All right. Now, funding this emergency fund is the 5th thing that we need to be doing before we go. 5 things to pay before you go and buy Beyonce tickets. The 5th one is this funding your emergency fund. You got 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. I guarantee you it's probably 50% or more of those people that's going to buy these tickets right about now ain't got a 2 months worth of expenses emergency fund. Matter of fact, some ain't even got 1 month. They waiting on the next paycheck to probably pay down on the credit card that they spent to buy the tickets. That's our society, what we facing now. We putting stuff on pay later. Buy now and pay later. We do that over six paychecks. We don't pay that. We don't pay that within them six cycles. They say, and on 4 cycles they say, right? Guess what's gonna happen? You pay interest on it. That's why this emergency fund is very important by making sure that when emergency do happen, this ain't no emergency. This a want. You got to understand between your needs and your wants. Again, I ain't against Beyonce, but Beyonce, she getting ready to do this because she getting ready to take care of her family even more. It ain't just her immediate family, it ain't just her grandkids. This right here is generational. What generational actions are we making, are you making in order to have it for you and your family? All right. Are you participating in 2500 savings challenge? So I've been posting that quite a bit here in the Leswin Financial Group page and on my social media page on IG. So check it out, guys. I've sent an email on as well, the $2,500 savings challenge. Make sure you're participating in that. At $2,500 is you want to be doing more on those weekly projections that I'm putting out, double it, triple it, quadruple it. If you got kids and you want to do the $2,500 savings challenge and it might be too much, do half of it. That's what I'm doing. Each one of my boys, I said, okay, look, it's fun for me. Each week, I'm going to transfer. If it say $20 for that week, I'm going to transfer $10. I'm going to do half of it. So they're going to do $1,250 for the year for each one of my sons. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing $2,500 saving challenge as well. I like a challenge, right? It excites me. I don't like going in debt to buy stuff, enjoy the moment, and then it's like, what happened, right? Prime example, let me just say this right here. We get these tax returns. I said this a little bit early on the Leswin Financial Group page, early in the week on the Facebook page. We get our tax returns, and what do we do with it? Does anybody know what they did with their tax return that they got 5 years ago? Probably not. Do you remember what you did with your tax return 10 years ago? Probably not, right? So I showed an example right here on the Let's Win Financial Great Facebook page. And this is one prime example here. Let me just go back and show you guys, and then we're going to get into these whole life policies here, which won't be long, and then we're going to be all done here. But let me just share this here with you guys here. Let me go back over here to the Facebook page, and let me just show you in what 10 years of buying Apple stock, what that would have been worth if we would have used, say, $1,000 just from our from our tax refund, right? You see this little breakdown right here. Hold on one second. Here it is right here. So let me go and share my screen. So if you're not part of Let's Win Financial Group Facebook page yet, some of you guys are not, I suggest you go and get it. It's afforded. It's to you. That's the services you pay for. But I posted this right here, right? If you took $1,000 from your tax refund into Apple stock over the years, and I really just kind of broke it down right here, right? So let me just go and look at the plot, this breakdown right here, right? So if a person invested $1,000 in Apple last year with a tax refund, I'll be frank with you guys, that $1,000 will be worth $817 today. You know why? And the market was down last year. But the longer you invest over time, you're going to see how it's more beneficial. A person invests $1,000 in Apple, and I said last year, I probably said the last 2 years, in 2 years, right? That $1,000 in 2 years would have been worth what I have here, $1,100. All right. A person that invests $1,000 in Apple, and we're going to say right here in the last 3 years, this right here would have doubled. That $1,000 in the last 3 years would have been worth $2,000. All right. A person that would invest $1,000 into Apple with their tax refund in the last 4 years, that same $1,000 today would be worth $3,791. And so you kind of see this, guys, over time, as we just kind of see this right here over time. So now you take that same person, 2017, and invested $1,000 into Apple from the tax refund, and added $100 a month from 2017 to now into Apple, that would be worth almost $23,000 today. So it's about a mindset shift about how we go about and we do these different things with our tax refunds. All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions on the Beyonce? Those 5 different factors that we talked about before buying Beyonce tickets and what we should be doing. Any questions on that? All right. So check this out, guys. We gonna get this right here. We about to get dirty. We about to get dirty. All right. Let me share this here with you really quick. We're gonna talk about this whole life really quick. Let me share this here with you guys. I'm about to show y'all a real life whole life policy that sucked. Like somebody brought it to me and we looked at it and it like literally sucked. But you got to be careful though, because here's what we're seeing on TikTok. Let me show you this one video right here. Somebody shared with me this video and say, Sherwin, this right here, this universal life insurance, why you ain't talked about this here? It seemed like it's a good plan. This girl, she shared it with me because she saw it on TikTok and she thought it was just a great plan. So hold on one sec here. Let me just share this one video. But man, they circling around on TikTok, man. Like these people like the best thing ever talking about these index universal life insurance plans, like they the best thing ever, in which they suck. Because I'm about to break it down to you. All right. So let me just pull up this video. And then we're gonna actually break this down here. It's very, very good. It's a short little video here. Let me share my screen and then we're gonna go back into it. So she shared this with me here on Facebook here in the messenger chat. So let me just go right here and pull this up, and I'm gonna share this video here with you guys on the whole life here. Hold on one sec here. All right, so here it is. Here I'm gonna show you right here. So get ready here. All right.
Don't get me wrong, a Roth IRA serves a purpose, but what if you could have a rich person's Roth IRA? This is called an IUL, it's an index universal life, and let me show you the difference.
Oh, hold on one sec here.
No.
I do apologize. Hold on one sec.
Don't get me wrong, a Roth IRA serves a purpose, but what if you could have a rich person's Roth IRA? This is called an IUL, it's an index universal life, and let me show you the difference. With a Roth IRA, your account is exposed to volatility of the market, so you'll get the up, but you'll also get the downs. IUL, there's a guaranteed floor so that when the market goes down, you never lose, your money can only grow. In a Roth IRA, your money's in money jail. You can't touch it until 59 and a half with only a few exceptions. And if you do go to access it before then there's a penalty. In an IUL, your money's liquid, so you don't have to wait until 59 and a half to touch it. When you go to touch your money inside of that Roth IRA, you're going to interrupt the compound interest, which is the most important feature on that account. Whereas in an IUL, you get uninterrupted compound interest. So the max annually that you can tuck into an IRA is $6,000 if you're under the age of 50, $7,000 if you're over. Whereas with an IUL, there's no limit to how much you can fund the plan as long as you properly structure it. Finally, if you make over $144,000 a year, at least this year in 2022, you can't even own a Roth IRA. But an IUL has no income restrictions. If you would like help structuring a plan like that, DM me and I'm happy to help. Don't get me wrong.
All right, guys. So let me just share this here with you really quick, man. That is what's like going around on social media right now. And I'm gonna just tell you right now. A lot of that stuff what she said, most of it what she said is like totally wrong. First of all, she said that you can't withdraw your money from a Roth IRA. You guys remember I was telling you about with a Roth IRA, as long as it's your contributions, that you could withdraw your money from a Roth IRA, right? So a lot of times they say this on social media, but my thing is though, guys, as a financial educator, I'm going to come here to you and I'm going to shoot it straight to you, right? So when we go up here, my account, my internet is just a little bit slow, but I want to show you right here specifically on a Roth IRA account where it shows here that it's going to pull up here in a minute. I'm about to come back to it, where it's going to show you the flexibility of a contribution towards a Roth IRA where you could take it out at any point at any time that you want. All right. So when I go right here, we're going to look at this here right here. You see this Roth IRA? Let me just go and show you, man. Yeah, these people on social media, they killing me. Look at this right here, guys. Roth IRA, all right? Access to your money, all right? Right here, access to your money. You guys see that? Access to your money. Let's read this right here, please, because this is what she just said. It was so wrong. You can withdraw your contributions at any time for any reason without taxes or penalties. She said you can't withdraw your money. I'm like, come on, man. You trying to get people to sell an insurance plan where you giving misinformation. All right. Now, with a Roth IRA, yeah, there is a income limit of 6,000, 6,500 now, but the government put an income limit on it. You know why they put a limit on it? Because it's very powerful, because it's compounding and it's growing tax free. All right. But when I show you this one particular plan here, you can put any dollar amount into your investments, even outside of Roth IRA. I was sharing with one guy here that's on the call right now. I won't say his name, but he's 53 years old, and he just put $7,500 into his Roth IRA for 2022 contributions. When he looked back 5 years from now, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, that's going to probably be one of the best decisions that he ever made, because the market was down last year and it's coming back up. And now he done bought in on the low end, and he done maxed out for 2022. Now he working on 2023. All right. But once you max out your Roth IRA for the year, then now my recommendation is always go to the brokerage account, because a brokerage account, you could put unlimited amount of money that you want inside that. But let me show you a real whole life insurance policy that was sent to me. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a person that was in here that was stuck inside this one plan. I'm like, oh man, how in the world is that? All right. So let me just kind of show you this here really quick. Let me just kind of hide the little bit up here at the top, because it's some personal information I want to share here with you guys. All right. But let me paint this picture here. So this is a whole life policy on a 46-year-old individual. All right. This person right here is paying $1,043.72 per month. Their life insurance is $500,000. That's the death benefit on this. All right. This person is paying was paying $1,043.72 on this whole life insurance policy. All right. Now, what happens is you will see right up over here. Let's scroll down. Here's the most important piece of this. So this person is 46. All right. They had a date on here. Let me see if I can find it here. So up until this person here get to 65, the person that sold them this insurance said, okay, look, now you're going to have $500,000 available to you. All right. And part of that $500,000, you're going to be able to put money that's going to be growing in a cash value, and you're going to be able to withdraw the money that's in the cash value. All right. So as this person here is putting $1,043 into this plan, let's look at this here really quick. We're going to go back over here to this Excel spreadsheet. All right. And we take this 46-year-old individual right here, and I'm going to run a calculator right here, and I'm going to put in a payments of $1,043.72. I'm going to do this times 12. That's on an annual basis. So they're paying premium, or was, $12,524.64. All right. So $12,524.64. That's what they was paying on a premium. All right. And I'm going to take this all the way to 65, because once they get to be 65, they don't have to pay this premium any longer. The insurance person sold them this plan to say, okay, now you have $500,000 that you're going to be able to withdraw from tax free. All right. So let me knock out some of this yellow here really quick. Let me show you this, guys, just really quick. This is why numbers really make sense. So check this out. So this person here is putting 1,043 into it. And check this out, guys. When they get to be 65, this right here, all right, let me see here, 46. Let me see here. Did I do this right? 23. Nope. Hold on one sec here. This right here need to be 0. All right. So from 46 at 12,525, when they get to be 65, this right here is going to roughly be about $789,000. All right. But mind you, what they're putting this premium in right here. All right. But their death benefit is only going to be worth $500,000. So they putting this 1,043 in it, and it's the max they're going to have on a death benefit. Now, that money that's probably went into that cash value, they probably going to have about $200,000 to that after paying the total amount of the contributions on this was what? $250,000 here, right? If you paying that $1,043 at 46 and you do this until 63, you're paying here $250,000. So that $250,000 will be doubled to $500,000. That makes sense to you guys? So their death benefit is $500,000. They do this here at 46 until they turn 65. This right here will be $250,000 that they be paying. It would be double on this death benefit. So they're going to have some life insurance and they're going to have some money in that cash value. They sell that cash value and you can withdraw that money out tax-free. But guess what, guys? You got to pay interest on that money that you're taking out in the cash value. They don't tell you that. So now I'm going to ask you this question here really quick, and I'm going to come back to it here, right? I'm going to ask you this question right here. Would you go to your bank and take money out your savings account and pay interest on it? So when you paying money towards this premium every single month, this person paying $1,043.72 on this premium, or was every single month, that would have grown into $500,000 because it's their death benefit, but they would have paid $250,000 toward that. And let's say, for instance, at $500,000 at 65, they would have had $200,000 in their cash value. If they want to take out $50,000, you mean to tell me I got to pay interest on that? And guess what happens? So they got that $500,000 death benefit, right? And they're telling you, okay, portion of this money going into the cash value. But guess what? That $200,000 that's going into the cash value at 65 and this person here dies, they only going to get the face value of what's on that death benefit, which is $500,000. That's what the family's going to get. That other $200,000 or $100,000, whatever is in that cash value, guess where that goes? Back to the insurance company, the person that sold on that. And think about it, at $1,043 this person paying on a monthly basis. So if you look and you break down the fees, these people selling you this here, so they in it to make money too. So at $1,043, the insurance company probably roughly getting about $200 per month for the person that actually sold that and the insurance company. So you got about $200 that you just paying for the insurance company just to do this. Now, here's a strategy that we put this particular person on. They cancel this here policy after we showed them these numbers. And what happens is once you realize that you get in a bad plan like this right here, these insurance companies, they put a surrender fees on here, right? So they be like, oh, crap, this person finally realized, oh, crap, this is bad. Now you got to pay a big surrender fee. $6,000, $7,000. So initially, when you open it up, it's more expensive. The longer you have it, the less expensive that it get because they realize that they already got you for a bunch of money already. So they loosen the stronghold up on you. But initially, when you get in, after that, and within your first year, and you in a whole life or index universal life policy, and you want to get out, you got to pay surrender fees. That means that they know they got you, and they know you want to get out. But it's going to be hard because you got a big surrender fee to get out of it. But let me show you here what happens, right? Let's go back to this one Excel spreadsheet. So check this out. If this same person would have put $1,043.72 towards an investment that gave them a 10% annual rate of return. So this $1,043.72 times 12 equals $12,525. This 46-year-old would have done this until they turn 65. Instead of having $500,000, they're going to have $789,000. All right. So this whole life policy was only going to give this person right here $500,000 on $1,043.72. But now we go over here, and you almost got almost $300,000 more on a little plan like this right here, getting you 10% annual rate of return, and you could touch this money anytime you want. So what this young lady was talking about on social media on this little, I don't know, IG, TikTok, wherever that video was from, guys, be careful because this right here is a $300,000 mistake that this 46-year-old could have made. Now, that leads me into my next topic right here, and we're going to be done. And my dad say this a lot. He on the phone. He on this call right here, right? And he say this, and he don't think I'll be listening. I don't know if I said this last week. All right. He tell me this all the time. And in this one example right here, this is what hit home for me in the example right here. He says that we pay for education once, but we pay for ignorance every day. So, guys, our greatest expense in life is what we don't know. And this person came to me and said, hey, look, Sherwin, when I'm in this plan, is it a good plan? They didn't consult with me before they did it. They just got into it. And when we looked at the numbers, they realized it was a bad deal and they got out of it. Guys, I want you to write this down, what I just told you. Your greatest expense is what you don't know. That's why I'm here, man. That wealth gap that we're currently in, when we look at our other counterparts and we look at the African-American race, and that wealth gap so wide. That's why I'm here in these weekly classes, on these one-on-one consultations, on these one-on-one calls with you guys to help change your mindset around money. Because if you don't take care of it, it ain't going to take care of you. It ain't. It ain't. If you ain't budgeting your money, you in trouble. So we got some heavy hitters, man, in the Leswin financial community that's making some big waves, is making some big moves. And I'm proud of you guys. Continue to keep it up. Matter of fact, all of you guys doing it. If you on this call tonight, you make an investment into your future. All right. Now let me share this one thing right here, and I'm gonna be done. All right. And I've been doing this here with my 10-year-old son over the last month. Let me share this here with you. So we've been having these weekly classes. And this let me just share this here with you guys. This on a whole nother level conversation when it comes to this, more than a savings account, put in a little piggy bank. This some high level type stuff right here. I've been having a conversation with my 10-year-old son. All right. Now I'm getting ready to show you my IG page, and I'm getting ready to show you a video of what we did just last week. So let me just share this here with you really quick, and then we're going to look at this here. All right. Let me go back and share my screen. Let me share my screen. This was just our study. This is one of our studies we did last week, and I'm going to share something here with you. All right. So on this one right here, this is a video that we did this last weekend on a study on Tesla. All right. So just watch this here. So we have Tesla stock here at 189. On Monday, it started at 166.66. And on Fridays, we closed at 189.98. What was the difference between that 166 on Monday to Friday? How much dollars did it go up by? $23. So we have Tesla stock here at 189. On Monday, it started at 166.66. And on Fridays, we closed at 189.98. What was the difference between that 166 on Monday to Friday? How much dollars did it go up? $23. All right, guys, I played that twice, right? Because what I want to do is I want you guys to make sure that you got it. All right. Last weekend when we did this right here, the week before Tesla, I want to show him every single day what was Tesla's share price at. So last week, right? Tesla last Monday, not this Monday, but the previous Monday, Tesla share price started at $166. And so what I told him, I said, let's write down this share price every single day and what it actually went up to. All right. And so by the end of last week, last Friday, Tesla stock was at $189 a share. All right. So this is the conversations that I'm having here with my 10-year-old son. All right. So let me show you this here really quick. So if last Monday, Tesla stock was $166, all right, and Tesla stock as of today, as it closed today, it's at $201, all right? So here's what's happening, all right? He's starting to see you say, okay, Dad, like this Tesla, like it started at last Monday at $166 a share. And now it's at $201 a share. And he owns a lot of Tesla shares. Like he got a big portfolio. We log in and we look at it. And he's at that age now where I can share that with him. So I asked him, I said, well, Avery, if I gave you $100, let's look at this really quick. Let me share this. We had this conversation here tonight. This is the last thing I'm gonna share with you. I went to this percentage calculator and I said, Avery, I said, if Tesla stock was $166 last Monday, and guys, this is a 10-year-old. So these type conversations we have, I'm telling him, man, if Tesla stock was $166 last Monday, and Tesla stock, as you will see it today, we always look at this bottom price. This is the close price. It's 201.29. If it went from last Monday from $166 to $201, I said, let's look at the percentage difference on this. I said, Avery, this 21%. So if I gave you if you gave me $100 and I got you a 21% return, how much money you made? He looked at me kind of puzzled. He didn't really kind of know. And we talked about it a little bit more. So he learned the percentages on that. He said, Dad, I only made about $21. So think about if you had that $1,000 tax refund that we talked about, right? And some of that money was invested in Tesla in this example right here, right? 21% on that $1,000, you making some good money. You're talking about $200, all right? And Tesla stock over time has been going up a lot over time. Let me share this here with you guys really quick. If you go to this one website, I'm gonna share two resources with y'all really quick. If you go to this one website right here, all right, if you go, it's called Stock 101 Annual Returns. All right, write that down. Stock 101 Annual Returns. Once I go to this one website right here, you'll be able to go in and look at any company that you want and look at their annual returns. All right, so up here in the search bar, I'm going to put Tesla. All right. When I put in Tesla, and when it get right here, you just put send anyway. All right. And then it's going to share here with you right here. So Tesla stock been around since 2011. And you see the percent gain or loss? Well, in 2022, it was down 65%. All right. So far this year, look at this. Let me share this here with you guys really quick. You see these returns right here for Tesla year to date? It's up 63%. Year to date means from January 1st up until whatever date that we're currently at in the year. Look, you can play around, man. You got to be putting your money to where it works for you. All right. Tesla was down 65% and it was down 10%, almost 11% in 2016. But what you see in black is them years where it was up. You see 2020, when people was in the pandemic buying toilet tissue, Tesla was up 743%. All right. Now, one thing about Tesla, it's starting to get competition. Ford, all these other manufacturers starting to make electric vehicles. All right. But Tesla is more than just electric vehicles. It's a brand. All right. So I'm having these conversations with my son because he has Tesla stock. He likes Tesla cars. I don't want him just to be learning about cars and being a consumer. I want him to be learning about this Tesla and how to make money off the actual stock price, because this right here is going to continue to compound over time. So these type conversations right here, right? These ain't normal conversations with parents having with their kids. All right. But in my household, I want this right here to be the new normal because I want him to be having these conversations with his kids. And we keep passing this information down. So you can't have generational wealth if you ain't passing down generational information. See, these right here is what you call generational actions, because we're not only just talking about it, but we're actually doing it. All right. So this is why I bring this to you, because this is different. Like on a Wednesday night, you got a black young man talking about some stock, and it's foreign to most black people. But then he talking about this to his son. Like, this is different, guys. I know it's different. That's why I'm built different. But guess what? I want everybody around me to win. So that's why this information I'm sharing with you guys, I want you guys to have it too. And I want you to win too. All right. This that $2,500 savings challenge I was telling you guys about as well, went through social media. So go right here, guys. If you ain't follow me on IG, I'm posting a bunch of information here, right? Bunch of daily information. All right. We talked about King James today. Y'all should got a news article on that. All right. I'm done, guys, for tonight's class. So we talked about the life insurance, whole life insurance. Well, Sherwin, what do I buy? What type of life insurance do I buy? Term. It's a lot cheaper. If you take $100 for every dollar amount that you're paying on your life insurance, so whole life may cost you say $500, right? On a $500,000 policy, whereas that same $500,000 policy on a term life, the younger you are, but let's say for instance that same person is 28, you might pay $30 a month, $40 a month on a term life, right? So you're paying a lot less, but you do have a term. But the thing I preach in this community is you buy the term and you invest the difference. So if you're paying $500 for a whole life policy and you only paying $50 for the term, you just take that $450 and you put that $450 to work through investing. And now that's going to be compounding over time. And you won't necessarily need term life. I'll be honest with you. Let me share this with you. I got $1 million policy. I got it when I was 33. And back then, $1 million was like a lot to me, right? But of course, you guys know I'm over that limit now, right? And so when my term life policy, I got a 20-year policy. So at the age of 53, that term life is going to expire. I got two options. I could either not let it just let it expire, or I could sign up for more life insurance. More than likely probably be a term. But guess what? Here's my philosophy. At the age of 53, I'm 41 now and got $3 million worth of assets, right? So if I was to die, my wife could sell all the assets and have $3 million. And here I am, I'm talking about having a whole life policy. This is how poor people think. Having a whole life policy to spend $500 a month, $1,000 a month to have $500,000. Whereas I already got assets above what I have on my life insurance. So why sign up for more life insurance for me? I don't really have to. What's the point for me signing up for more term life insurance? Maybe paying for $500,000, if I needed it, $100 a month, $150 a month. For what? But this is what I'm telling you guys, right? So some of you guys may be older and say, well, Sherwin, I wish I would have done this 10, 20 years ago. But you know what? You got relatives in your family that could be getting this information, and you still can get this information. But a lot of you guys are young on here. That's why we need to be making these good financial decisions to where we don't have to pay for ignorance every single day, like what my dad says, right? When I was getting on payday loans, I was digging myself deep in a hole. I was paying for ignorance every single day, depressed, down, couldn't do nothing. All right, I'm done. All right, we'll take some questions here. Any questions? And it can be on anything. Any feedback? Gene, I know you guys normally have questions. Any questions here before we close out? It could be on anything, your budgets, Beyonce, your debt.
You know what, Sherwin, it's funny, man, because LaWanda and I got approached by one of those whole life insurance policies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we just, hey man, I'm glad you're doing this, brother, because we got approached actually a few weeks ago, and we was looking for a while for a good term policy, life insurance. And the guy, he made it just like you said, man. He made it sound all good, but yeah, he was selling it, and I was thinking, like, for the price he gave us, I'm like, well, how much money you making off
right?
this?
Because it was very expensive.
Yeah, LaWanda here, she said it was very expensive, which it was, and it makes a lot of sense, man. I'd rather put that money toward get a term life insurance policy and put that money invest it towards my Roth any day, man. It makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad you gave us this information, man, and we really eating on it. It's a lot of good stuff, man. I appreciate it. Awesome,
man. Thank you guys for that, Gene. I just also too for everybody on here, I just dropped in the chat the life insurance company I use, which is Xander's Life Insurance. It's endorsed by Dave Ramsey. They only sell term. You guys, you can even get like a 30-year term if need be, right? And I advise that if they got a 40-year term, if they got a 50-year term, like do it. It's a lot more cheaper than the whole life. And here's the other crazy aspect about this, right? Man, people will go and buy index universal life insurance for their kids too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I get it. Okay, if a kid have an accident, you pay for it. through some life insurance. But I'm like, for what though? For real? Like you paying all this money to like these salesmen that like what's the rate? What's the rate on a kid from 0 to 18 possibly dying, right? That rate, that percentage is a lot lower than a person from 18 to say 90, right? God forbid something may happen to a kid and you do have the resources for that. And if you do, that's fine. But you don't really have to go and get nothing very expensive if so. But man, stay away from that index universal life when they target even, package a plan with the kids as well. It's just like I showed you guys the numbers tonight. This person paying $1,043 would have paid $250,000 from 46 to 65 to only have $500,000 death benefit. And the crazy part about this, guys, check this out. That $500,000 really goes to their family. They would have had the money in the cash value. But again, the money that's in the cash value goes back to the insurance company. So it's just bad, man. This is bad. So if you guys got more questions on it, like one-on-one specifically, if you want to talk more about it, we could do that as well. But thank you, Gene, for guys coming on. Go ahead, Sherwin.
Cherith,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I was going to ask you what is the more or less a normal price for our term life insurance?
Well, it just depends on your age. It depends on your health. So like for instance, like I say, my $1 million policy, when I got it at 33, I paid $53 a month. Now at 41, if I was to probably get that same policy and probably too with inflation, I probably might pay $100 a month for it now. But of course, the older you get, the more expensive it is, right?
Yeah.
And you have to look at it too, right? Is our jobs, they do offer insurance, but a lot of times it's only one times our salary. So the question always is it enough? So yeah, but it just depends on your age.
Okay.
And how healthy you are.
Thank you.
You're looking great as always. I know you're out there in the Bay. So LeBron and Steph, I think they play tomorrow night.
Yep, I'm going.
Are you going? Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. You got to send us some pictures. You share it with us. All right. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Any more questions before we head out?
Oh.
Somebody thinking about it?
One quick question.
Yeah.
Is the term life insurance, is this the life insurance you can buy and the kids can cash out on it when you're gone, or you can take a loan out on it? Is that the one?
Well, see, that's the whole life policy. That's what we talked about tonight.
Oh, okay.
The index universal life. Like people do it all the time, but the numbers just don't make sense. You pay a lot more. That's what those numbers that we're showing tonight. Versus if you just get the term life, you pay significantly less money. And like what you're doing, Ms. Sheriff, like, hey, we're putting our dollars to work, and then on these accounts, the kids are the beneficiaries. So they can get this money here, if anything happens to you, or at any point in time, if they need to touch it now, or you need to touch it now, you could do that as well. And you don't have to pay interest on it. Because what we talked about earlier with the whole life, you pay a premium every single month. A portion of it goes to the insurance company. A portion of it goes to your death benefit. Then a portion of it goes to your cash value. But the money that's going to your cash value, you want to pull from that. You got to pay interest on that. We ain't got time for that.
I know. Okay, got it.
All right.
Sorry, I came in late on you. I came in late, so I didn't catch a lot. Sorry.
No worries. You're totally good. I'm kind of jelly of you though.
Don't be.
You're going to that big time game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. Any more questions here before we close out? All right. This is good. Okay. So you guys will be back next week I'm not sure what next week topic will be. I just tell you this here, guys. You guys maybe shoot me a text message saying, Sherwin, I want to know more about this, right? about a certain subject, let me know, and we'll do a class on it, and talk a little bit more about it. But I definitely want to speak on these IULs and whole life policies. This is killing me. People making these bad decisions on them, and then they get locked in. So, all right, guys, as always, be well, be blessed, and continue to win. Have a great week.